Hey everybody, welcome to 9-Liner Tattoo. This one is one that, to be honest with you, I could have made this years ago, and I could probably make it in years time. This is a video that angers me, frustrates me, annoys me, makes me fucking mad. Basically, it's a video about how tattooers treat their customers. I don't mean with like I touched on a video I touched on before. It was about male tattooers being inappropriate to female customers. That's not what this is about. This is something that is males to female, females to males, and everything in between, and it just fucking pisses me off. A lot of these things I speak about because I've been told them firsthand, or 90% of them I was there for, or I am here for, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. Basically, when I'm in here in the shop and I'm treating people, tattooing people, dealing with them on the internet, dealing with them on the phone, I try my hardest to get back to people when I can, as soon as possible, help them out as much as possible, and that's just something that, it's not me being special, that's just what tattooists do. But something that I don't do that this is about is the disrespect that some tattooers treat their customers with. And by specifically I mean fucking rock star tattooers. Attitudes, fucking unbelievable treatment. And I'm going to give you some examples. What I'm not going to do, this is the second video I've made. The first one, I name every single tattooer that I'm talking about. I then spoke to my wife, and not through fear, because I don't give a fucking shit about anybody other than my wife, my mum and dad and whatnot, you know, but I don't, not that way. I don't give a shit about repercussions. I don't give two fucks, I really don't. But I just thought, for the sake of how the world is at the moment, I wanted to make this video. But how the world is at the moment, I think I think we need less specifically directed hate to specific people. And what I didn't want to do is name people and have other people jump on the bandwagon with these specific people, with these specific tattooers. Having said that, underneath this video, if you want, by all means, you do what you do. You know, I'm not here to tell you anything. But if you want to comment underneath this with bad experiences you've had with other tattooers, then fire in, by all means. However, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, I don't know where to start. What I'll do is I'll start with a guy I had in just the other day. Really nice guy. I've got him in again this week. He sent me this picture and explained that it was X amount of years old, and if I could just go over it the best that it could be, make it say Scotland again, make the flag underneath it again, sorry, the thistle underneath. Simple, easy peasy. He then wanted to add some other stuff underneath, a lion rampant and stuff, but that's fine. But specifically just for that, I mean, he's not a big chap, but so you're talking, I mean, what's that? Maybe 4 inches? 4 inches across, something like that. Keep your dirty puns to yourself. That took me, I mean, I've done other stuff on him that day, but that specific tattoo itself took me, I want to say, from the time the needle touched the skin till finished, about 20 minutes. And that was with chatting and having a laugh, and then I did stop for a good 5 minutes of gobsmacked chin on chest when he told me what I'm about to tell you. Oh, actually, I'll show you what I've done here. So yeah, nothing special as such I mean, for him it was special. It was breathe life into it again. But for a tattoo perspective, it was go over the lines, put some shading in, put some colour in, and that's it. You know, nothing fucking extraneous. If he was just coming to me and saying that's all I want, just that, I would have charged him 60 quid. Should probably be 70, but you know, having spoken to him, he's going to get extra work, more work in the future. He was a nice guy. 60 quid. Fuck it, you know. I say this to a lot of customers. Whenever I give them a price, then they come in, they get the tattoo, and then they ask, so how much am I due you? And I'll give them a price, and they'll say, are you sure? 90% of them, are you sure? And it's not me being pompous, but they're so happy with the work, and I charge them so little that they say, are you sure? And my response is always the same, and you can ask any of my customers, if I was going to be rich, I'd be rich by now. And I don't know why I say that, but it's true. It's just money doesn't motivate me. But having said that, 60 quid, okay? So we're sort of maybe 2 or 3 minutes, say 5 minutes into the tattoo. And I'm like, alright, so have you got any other tattoos? He's like, oh, I've got such and such, blah, blah, blah. He says, actually, he says, I'll be honest with you. He says, I want to get a lot of tattoos from you, so I want to be honest with you. And I'm like, okay. He says, I did try and go somewhere else. And I'm like, that's okay, you're allowed, you know, it's not exclusive, you know, you don't have to come to me. And he says, but I didn't go. He says, I want good work, he says, but I also don't want to pay through the nose. And I'm like, how do you mean? He says, that tattoo that you're doing now, he says, he went into another shop in Edinburgh. Now, I know that prices are different and whatnot, but he went into another shop and was quoted £150. £150. Now, I explained to him that, what I think's happened there is they didn't really want to do it because it's not cool. They can't put a picture of it on the internet. It's not a face or a back piece or a woman's face or a tiger head or a traditional dagger and rose. It's not, you know, it's not cool. So they didn't really want to do it, but they didn't want to say to him, I don't want to do that shit. So they just threw a stupid fucking high number, hoping that he would either say, oh no, or they would say, okay, and then they'd have heaps and heaps of money for doing very little fucking work. Luckily he didn't. He chose to go somewhere else, i.e. come here. That fucking really bummed me out. The strange thing is, prior to doing that tattoo, I was lying in bed with my wife the other night and I says, I'm going to, it was maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I says, one of my videos I'm going to do is how fucking pissed off I am with certain treatments of certain people by certain tattooers. And she was like, oh yeah, remember when such and such done such and such. So we started chatting and started swapping stories about things that she remembered, things I remembered, and that's where this video's come up. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. A shop I used to work in, pardon me, I was the shop boy, I was a shop manager, I run the shop, I done the day-to-day everything. And I wouldn't say I got an apprenticeship there, but I learned to tattoo. I learned a lot there, I'll put it that way. I'll go into that in a different video. However, one gentleman comes in one day and he had a Japanese peony on his shoulder front. And he had the outline of another one here. And he says, hi, I wonder if such and such would, somebody in here, such and such, somebody would be interested in finishing this. I know you don't finish other people's work. And I'd sort of done the usual things. Oh, you know, what is it you want? Who done it? Why don't you want to go there? Because sometimes people would say, oh, you know, I didn't like that person's attitude, or I say, you know, basically what they would say something, and I would gauge whether I thought that they were reasonable or not with their cancellation of that other shop. You know, some people left other shops for stupid reasons. You know, oh, I was getting tattooed and the person stopped to answer the phone. How rude! It's like, well, sometimes you have to stop to answer the fucking phone, but that's not what happened in this case. Anywho, basically they got the first one done. They were happy with it. Slightly high price. I think, if I remember right, now bear in mind this was a long time ago, but I think it was 300 quid. Or 200 quid. It was 200 quid. On the shoulder front, 200 quid. And I'd say, how long did it take? And they'd say it took about 2 hours or something, and I thought, okay, fair enough, you know. This one, outlined only. It's like, how come, you know, you didn't get it finished by the same person? Because it would make sense, you know. I say, oh, well, they work at an hourly rate, and I'm like, alright, okay. It says the first one was something like 2.5 hours or whatever, so they calculated that up and charged them 250 quid. 200, whatever it was, say it was 200, it doesn't really matter, that's not the main jig. Say 250 quid. And They put the stencil on the other shoulder, come a separate appointment, put the stencil on the other shoulder, started doing the lines, fine, chatting away, everything was alright. Done the lines, and then the tattooer said, oh, I forgot, I need to nip to the shops. Like, alright, I do that. I'll nip to the shop, leave my customer in here. So you're in charge of the shop, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Do you want anything for the shop? Literally come back, juice, water, something to eat, whatever it might be. Nip to the shops, fine. This customer was like, alright, cool, no problem. So the tattooer then proceeds to leave and nip to the shops. 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes the tattooer was away. Comes back, customer sitting there. Somebody in the shop had took it upon themselves to give it a clean, put some cream on it and put some cling film on it so it didn't completely dry out. But by this time it had swollen quite a bit, as tattoos do, you know. It was swollen, it was red, it was sore. And this poor fucking dude had been sitting there for an hour and 45 minutes. So the tattooer comes back and then promptly proceeds to tell this customer that he had to go and get dog food and a few other bits and bobs. So he literally didn't nip to the shops, he went shopping. Shopping. Left this customer sitting for an hour and 45. Proceeds to sit down and start pouring out black and grey ink and whatnot, and the dude's like, what's happening here? So we're just going to finish the tattoo. He's like, dude, you've been away for an hour and 45 minutes, and it took an hour to do the first part. So I've been in here for 3 hours almost. So don't worry, I'll knock off half an hour off the price. And the guy was like, so now does that mean I'm going to get charged an hour and a half or 2 hours? No. You know, you get charged for the time that you're here. And at that point, the customer got up, put his t-shirt on, put his jumper on, put his jacket on, got his bag and fucked off and came and seen us in the other shop. Didn't even pay for the tattooing that he got, which, you know what? Fair play to him. Fair play to him. So this tattooer fucked off to the shop. No, sorry. Fucked off shopping, came back and was going to make the customer pay for that time away, but he was going to knock half an hour off. No, fucking not a chance. Not a chance. Bummed me out that day. Really fucking bummed me out. Another one which I know of first hand. Two sisters come in. They're both getting the same flower in the same area on the bony part of the shoulder. They're both pretty much, I think there's maybe a year between them. They're really close, you know. I remember. One of them got charged £150. Same area, same size, same stencil, everything. The other one, £180. And the sisters they weren't overly happy about this. Now, I know for a fact why the difference, why one sister got charged more than the other. I'll give you a clue as to which sister got charged more than the other. One of the sisters was conventionally pretty and the other one wasn't. I'll let you guess which one got charged more. Stencil was the same size, tattoo took the same amount of time in the same area, just on a different person. But the other person wasn't as attractive. So what's that, a fucking ugly tax? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It fucking bummed me out. It's not even the right word. Unbelievable. Another person I know travelled to get tattooed all the way to England somewhere. Rules, so many rules when you get tattooed by certain rock stars. This guy in particular, don't be late. Do not, if you're late, do not be late. You will be fucking castrated, beheaded, slaughtered. Do not be late. Fine. Turns up on time, early, half an hour, 45 minutes early even, sitting in the car. Goes up for his appointment, 20 minutes early, so he's technically in the building. This fucking rock star says hello, have a seat, and that's pretty much it for about 3 hours or so. Fucking about, talking to people, having a catch up, orders some food from a noodle place which gets delivered, has his lunch, has another chat, does this, does that, does a little doodle on a napkin. How would that be? Something like that? Yeah, something like that would be fine. Cool, I'll be with you in a bit. another bit, another bit. He was there in the morning, I want to say 10 o'clock, and if I remember right, he didn't leave that shop until about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And the tattoo took 1.5 hours. Yeah. But when you charge, what was it, maybe 400 quid? Suppose you can fucking do all that. You can charge 400 quid for one tattoo. You know what I mean? I honestly, I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it. It bums me out. And people might say, well, it's none of your business what happens to other people. You've got a point there, it isn't none of my business. But on the other aspect, you're completely wrong, because it is literally my business. I'm 41 years old. I got my first tattoo at 14. And from that day forward, this is all I've wanted to do. I take it seriously. That's the phone ringing. 2 seconds. 9-liner tattoo. Hello. No, I don't do piercings. No, I never have, buddy. Yeah, because for some reason Facebook doesn't let you change it to just tattoos. In their head, you can't have one without the other, because we can't, you know, we can't be separate. So no, it's tattooing and piercing is the category, but I don't, unfortunately, no. Right. Yeah, don't go to Claire's Accessories. They're fucking animals in there. They use the gun and it pinches it too much, and it's just please don't go there. It's terrible. Terrible. It's too late. You've been. No. Yep. Yep. Oh, Christ. Yeah, don't go there. That's what happens. You end up with a trip to A&E, like what's happened. Yeah, the machine, the gun pierces it too tight. It's really bad, really bad. Oh. Oh no. No, sorry, I can't help you, buddy. How old is he? Right, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the legalities of it. I don't know the I think it could just be down to each shop can do whatever they prefer, you know what I mean? So you might be better. What to do is try phoning. There's a shop in Edinburgh called Bold and Gold on Leithwalk. Phone them and just say that Stuart for 9-liner tattoo says to call. He wasn't sure, but it was worth a try, because if they do it, they'll do a really good job. But I don't know if they do it that young. I don't know. Alrighty. No worries, buddy. Take care. Bye. Oh dear. Somebody's ear. Ugh. Anyway, sorry about that. So, yeah, that's where I was with that one. That was fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've numerous, countless stories on a weekly basis of people contacting various tattoo shops about various things, whether it's a symbol, whatever it might be, and being told, oh no, ugh. 2 seconds. 9-liner tattoo. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Getting there. Doesn't have cancer anymore, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, it's always good, eh? Tattoo her? No, I can tattoo her when she's feeling good, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate you asking. Alright, take it. No worries, cheers. Bye. See, when you're nice to customers, they call you back to ask about how your wife's doing after having cancer. That couldn't have come at a bit. That looks fake, doesn't it? But I swear, hands down, that was real. I can't believe that. That was really nice. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, rockstar tattooers who don't want to do little symbols and don't want to do this. I understand it might not be for some people the most fun, but I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You should do what comes in the door if you can, you know? Don't belittle people because they choose to get specific things, you know? So, yeah, I cannot deal with a rockstar attitude. I hear it on a weekly basis in here. Weekly. There's not a week goes by, really, where I don't hear of someone being turned down from a shop because the person in there, not that they can't do it, I mean, by all means, I'm for people not doing things that they can't do. But unless it's offensive, racist, obviously bad, and you can't do it, I mean, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. Just say, it's not something we do, you know? Or just say, I don't want to do that. It's not my thing. But that in itself would be enough, but the dismissal that some people get told, you know, oh, I'm not doing that. Oh. So there was one day I was sitting in here and a woman came in the shop and her eyes were all red, and I thought, I'll be honest with you, and this is terrible, but she came in she was dishevelled, put it that way, and I thought that she came in and she stumbled a bit and her eyes were red, and I thought, oh fucking hell, she's come straight for the pub, you know. How wrong I would be. She came in, she asked if she could have a seat, she asked for a tissue, gave her a tissue, and I was like, is everything alright? And then that's when I realised I'd been a dick and thought that she'd been having a drink or whatever, and I was like, is somebody chasing you? Honestly, I can't describe how bizarre this was, and I was like, what? She's like, no, I'm fuming, I've been crying, I've been in the car, and then I ran up here, and I've just, I mean, I don't even remember driving from the other tattoo shop to here, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't what's wrong, you know? And she's like, first of all, can I ask you something? And she was quite defensive, you know, but you'll find out why in a minute. She had a piece of paper with a little design on it. She says, would you tattoo that? And I took it off her and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what way up does it go? Because it was a symbol thing. She's like, that way. And I'm like, right. And I was like, I need to ask what it is first. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because if it's some ancient rune that's like white power, or, you know, something really nasty, or something to do with Catholic, Protestant, something like that, I won't do it. And she's like, no, it's nothing to do with that. My son doodled it when he was like 8.5 years old. And I'm like, all right. I says, well, in which case, yeah, I'd be happy to tattoo it. She's like, right, good. And at that, colour, I swear down, colour just sort of whooshed up into her face, you know. I'm like, all right. She says, right, cool. And she was shaking and she starts, you know, stopping shaking, and I was like, what's wrong? She's like, I went to another shop, and I'm like, okay. So I showed them the design. I'd been told to go to this shop, and I'm like, okay. She said, I went to the shop and I asked for this specific person. Showed him the design, and he looked at the design, and he had the piece of paper in his forefinger and thumb and went like that onto the desk. Listen, hen. Listen, hen, I wouldn't sully myself doing a tattoo like that. I'm really sorry. It's too small for me. I've got a shop minimum of such and such, blah, blah, blah. And at that, she got fucking really, really angry. Fuming, upset, raging. Turns out that little doodle that her son done, he done that on, I want to say, for argument's sake, a Monday. And by the Thursday, that little 8.5-year-old boy was dead. They didn't know he had some rare brain thing, and he had a huge fucking aneurysm and died a few days after he drew it. She didn't know he drew it. She didn't know he drew it. She was tidying up his room. This was, I think, if I remember right, this was about 2 weeks after the funeral for that little boy. And that little boy shared the room with his little sister. And they were tidying up his half of the room, so the little sister had, you know, just doing what you would, I don't know, but I presume that's what you would do, you know, and come across the drawing. And it was wedged in a book. They did some homeschooling stuff, so there was a date on that page, and he'd put it in that, so she knew that that was one of the last things that he drew, and she wanted it tattooed. I mean, that's up there in the top, I'd say probably top 5 meaningful tattoos I've ever done in my entire life, and probably ever likely to do, and it was fucking this size on the wrist, and it took me a grand total of 5 minutes, and I changed that woman's life forever. Now that's not me being, oh, I changed that woman's life, but it did. I get a message from her every now and again. Funnily enough, every year. I'll give you a clue. Well, I don't have to give you a clue, but I'm pretty sure you have an idea on what day of the year I usually get a message from this lady. And a picture of the tattoo saying, I've still got it, still here, thank you, blah, blah, blah. But that person in that other shop treated it like it was a shitty nappy or a snotty tissue. Oh, I wouldn't do that, hen. I wouldn't sully myself to do that. I don't do small things like that. And that, it just, I mean, that's the, what's the word? That's the mentality of some of these rock star tattooers from today, and it fucking bugs my guts, man. It really bugs my guts. So that's what this video is about. It's about me venting, having a whinge, and offering you a platform to discuss any bad tattoo experiences you've ever had. Because I'm pretty sure there's some people out there. I've had plenty. Yeah, I can't really tell you about my worst one because everybody will know who it is. Everybody that I know in the industry, surrounded by me, near me, etc., etc., will know who it is. So I can't. But yeah, everybody's had some bad tattoo experiences, you know. And I mean, I travelled to England. I travelled to Liverpool to get tattooed by a big name. I love the tattoo. The tattoo's great. But the fucking guy said 2 bastard words to me the whole time, and I I didn't, you know, it just bummed me out. Oh, here, actually, you know what? Here's one I can tell you. I went to get a tattoo. I can't tell you where the tattoo is on my body because people that know me will know who done it. But I went to get a tattoo in another shop, obviously, and I went through, was getting tattooed by someone. The person tattooing me was lovely. Again, I can't say who it was, otherwise the link to the shop and it'll just cause, you know, which the other video, anyway. I was getting tattooed and I didn't tell the people, I didn't even tell the tattooer that I was a tattooist. I just booked in for the design, blah, 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 blah. Everything was fine. So midway through the tattoo, we had a little break and I went to the toilet, and the toilet in this shop wasn't really far from the tattooing room, so I could hear what people were saying. And one of the people, not the person that owned the shop, but another guy who was a tattooer in there, who's a tattooist still, said something quite fucking derogatory about my size. And I heard the people in the room having a rare old fucking chuckle, you know what I mean? It was smashing, and I thought, alright, I mean, he's having a go behind my back, fair enough, whatever, I'm a grown man at this point, I'm not going to go through and say, you called me fat, you know. So I thought, fuck it, I'll leave it, whatever. At least until I get my tattoo finished. So, it comes back through, starts with the shading, and this person starts to very openly have slight digs at me, trying to goad me for some reason, I don't know why. And the more that they had a go, and the less that I reacted, the more annoyed that this person got. And it got to the point where there was talk of ginger people, fat ginger people wearing, what was it? What was the t-shirt I had on? Christ, I can't remember what the t-shirt was. That's going to annoy me. Might have been a frightened rabbit I can't remember. But fat people, ginger people, fat ginger people who listen to specific bands, because this shop had an iPod, and after every album, I was there for maybe 3 hours or something, and after every album, somebody different in the shop got a chance to put on an album, you know. So this is music, this is what you call music, not like whatever the t-shirt it was that I was wearing. And I thought, wow, this is going really fucking well, you know. And yeah, then the person that owns the shop was piping up, somebody else in the shop was piping up, got to the point where one of the people's customers was piping in, and I thought, this is not going well at all, you know. However, I know who they are. I know that they had some problems in their life, which is a terrible shame. I know that I've been with my wife almost 21 years. Nobody else has touched my wife's private parts in 21 years. Life has a way of evening itself out, single people. But never mind, such is life, you know what I mean? So yeah, we've all been there, and it's a shame now, because whenever I think about that tattoo, or I see it, or I see a photograph of it, or whatever, basically whenever I remember that time, it's not a good memory, do you know what I mean? It's not a good, because of the position I was in, I wasn't a full tattooer then. So I was representing another shop as such, by, you know, reputation, if you like. So I couldn't go in there and be like, hey, you fucking cunt, and start swinging and doing everything that I would normally have done out in the normal world, because I would have been Stu from this other shop, and that wouldn't have done the shop or me or the people in my shop any favours. So I couldn't really say anything, you know, that, which is why I decided, as soon as I came out the bathroom, to be the nicest fat ginger with a frightened rabbit t-shirt on, or whoever it was the t-shirt I had on, you know, whatever it might have been. But yeah, unbelievable. And I'm sure everybody else, like, hopefully you'll comment underneath and let me know your experiences as well, because that's what this is about. So there was a guy who was coming over from another country, Spain. Spoke English very well, we know that, and I know that, because I spoke to him, and so did other people. Got to the shop and realised there was a person in that shop who also spoke Spanish, in the shop that he came over to guest in. Only then spoke Spanish for the rest of his trip. Don't understand that. So that was fucking strange. Anyway, I'd booked up appointments for this person before he arrived. And one of the people that he'd booked in with was a friend of the shop, a very good friend of the shop, who's also a tattooer now. And I'd spoke to this tattooist, and I says, how much will this be for a very good friend of the shop, blah 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 blah. Oh, good friend of the shop, whatever, we'll do it 250. Oh, right, smashing, brilliant. Comes over, does the tattoo, finishes the tattoo, and then proceeds to charge the guy $350. Just casually stick another 100 fucking pounds on top of that, you know what I mean? He's got one of these tattoo chairs that I have. There's levers here, there's levers there, and, you know, expensive chairs. They're like 500-600 quid. The big ones are 1,000, and, you know, various different prices. Reaching down, pulling the chair, fucking snap. Pulls the handle off the chair, looks at it, fucks it off onto the floor. Just leave that there. Continue tattooing. Boom, done. Nothing. No sorry, no, I've broke your chair, do you want any? We wouldn't have charged him anything, because shit happens. Not a shit given. Not a fucking care in the world. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just another fucking rock star tattooer, eh? Anyway, I better go, because that's enough me moaning about people. But that's basically what this video is about. So, yeah, let me know below in the comments your tattoo stories, and then we can maybe have a chat. Alright? Take it easy. Peace.